This is a long wait in the menu.
Yeah.
Is this glitched? No. Hello and welcome to the first ever proper race in the first ever proper Division 3 race in LOE. It's myself. I'm delighted to be joined by Wave Intel. How you doing, Wave?
I'm doing alright. Yourself?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. There's a lot of new faces, a lot of old faces. Yeah, I'm particularly intrigued to look at some guys like Bag of Bones, Mr. Wooter, Zwood Damer, Ash, and Fuzz Ghost Recon as well. So they're the guys that I'm looking out for.
Yeah, I'm the same. No idea what they're. But the rest of the guys are all fairly strong, so should be a good race no matter what.
Yeah, I'm hoping it'll be interesting to see how they line up against guys like, well, Robert, I would say, as a good example, or James or Macca.
Yeah, so Robert, Macca and Karkan are probably a good measuring stick to use against everyone else.
Yeah, definitely.
It'll also be interesting to see what strategies everyone goes for, because there's quite a few usable strategies here.
Yeah. I won't. I suppose we can talk about it at the beginning of the race when it's all said and done. But yeah, I think you're right. There's a lot of different ways to skin this one, and I don't necessarily think it's completely obvious as to what's the best option.
No, but then I'm guessing what strategy people go for in this race will come down to how well they think they're going to do in qualifying.
Yeah. Hello, RJ. Hope you're good. What? Hang on, you should be commentating. What are you doing? D1 is also. They gave us a bit of a shout, I think. So it's only fair.
But it's more important to watch this one anyway, so it's fine.
Ibo says it's cloudy with no rain throughout the race. So, because I'm riding on board with B Morgan, who is very, very highly touted by someone who's raced with him, which is Car Cannon, in a different league over at AOR. Be interesting to see. I never truly saw much of his pace, the back end. I thought he'd be a lot quicker, but perhaps he's practiced a bit more.
I didn't really see his pace either, but for someone that had just joined the league, he did quite well at the back end of last season.
Yeah, no, very true.
Saying it as someone that didn't know really any of us, he knew like one or two, and that was it. Yeah,
very true. And you are right in what you're saying. There's a very split set of tyres, with Bag of Bones, Adri and James going out on the softs.
It's like a packet of Skittles or something.
It does a bit. As B Morgan loses it a little bit. He's used his ERS very efficiently, which is nice to see. But 123.2, probably not the best. As Robert goes quickest, and that's more like it, with a 121.7. Mac has slowed down. James is a very, very quick guy around here. He's
quick down quite a few tracks.
He is, as he goes 123.3, which on the softs isn't that bad. Ryan Kai, one of the debutants, with a 22.0, which is a pretty good lap actually.
There's Robert leading the field as it is right now for 21.7. which is
What can
pretty fast at this point in the session.
Spadema do? 22-1. Jabbo 21-9. Robert, 21-9 on the super softs though.
Yeah, that's a quick. Yeah, but then Jabbo's a quick driver.
Yes, no, indeed.
Who I am just gonna not talk about too much because I'll probably get in trouble. Nah, I don't have any ill intent against them or anything.
Was the two Red Bulls having a... I think Ryan got out of the way fairly nicely, but a little bit close to call. We've got someone in the chat here who I've just seen has just signed up, which is nice to see.
Yeah, that is someone I actually know from the other league that I race in. Now, even a Mike.
Ah, yeah, Mike's been in and out of PRL before become LOE. He raced it quite a bit, so it'd be good to have him back. So, because I know he just signed into the Discord. So, me and Wave know Mike, which is from different times, which is quite funny.
Yeah.
Ghost's not the quickest lap, but he's set a time. I know it's invalidated.
No, it's invalid. Got Marco's just gone up to 4th with a 22-0.
What can Ibo do? Early on in his lap, Ash just slowed right down. Don't think Ghost is going for it, so it seems to be a bit of a lull in the action.
I think it'd be quite nice to see Ibo do well this season. It seemed like a bit of a struggle from last season.
He got quick. He got quick towards in places. He was quite pacey around Britain Short actually.
Not that really matters because no one ever puts up. Oh, Andy's in the wall.
Oh no!
just as we're talking about him into the wall in the last corner.
Okay, well he's. Oh, that's not considering he went in the wall. At least he's got a lap in, which is good to see. We've got Bag of Bones and Car Cannon coming out. I think everyone seems to be doing the multiple. Well, maybe they're not.
Yeah, by the looks of things, I'm guessing that we're going to see most people on either the Ultras or Supers, which is fairly sensible.
Yeah. Yeah, voluntarily starting on the softs in the top 10, probably not the best idea.
I mean, if you know you can get a good launch, then it can work, but if not, you're just going to end up back the order by the time you get to turn 1 in the actual race.
Yeah, agreed. I don't really know who to follow here. I think the only one that's really on a decent lap that I can see is Car Cannon, who's going around on the softs with 10 minutes in. So maybe
I'm just watching B Morgan come around the last few corners. Yeah, but that's not a great lap. By the looks of things, it might just be out lap, honestly.
Don't really know.
If the game stopped saying people would run out laps when they just started their actual lap.
I don't really know what Car Cannon's necessarily doing. Obviously the plan is to start on the super softs, you would guess.
No, it's Car Cannon, he's probably just sandbagging.
Potentially. It's probably quite a nice track for no ABS actually, because I know that the highest the brake pressure doesn't necessarily matter with the flowing nature of the chicanes.
Yeah, especially since you can get away with your brake bias being pretty far to the back here as well.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing my former teammate as well. I've got to shout him out, Mr. LFC. He's done a Kimmy actually, isn't he? He was Kimmy to me last season, and he's now he's now walking around in the Sauber today. A full-time seat maybe on the cards as a result of just a couple of guys not necessarily knowing that they weren't turning up. But 16 in here and 17 in D1 is pretty damn good.
Yeah, we've got good numbers this season. Hopefully we can keep those numbers. As is that yes then that you say that's just joined late to the session?
Yeah. Him and Heated might be joining. I don't envy them doing this on a default setup. I'm really struggling to keep track of.
I'm not sure, because 6-6 wings I've actually used in a league race here before, and it works surprisingly well.
Okay. If Macca's not on a proper lap, Carcannon did set a lap and it put him above Ibo. So
Wasn't a great lap though.
No, but you know, I suppose it means that it puts pressure on the guys behind him. It's almost a very thin thin bet, so to speak.
As Zema's just gone 5 tenths faster than anyone else, fairly casually.
If anyone wants to track something that LFC is doing, he's just predicted that Man United would win, Norwich would win, and both teams to score, and Man United to beat Southampton, both teams to score, and Lincoln to win, and Forest Green, both teams to score, and just waiting on the Millwall Norwich, the West Ham Newcastle game. He's got West Ham to win. If he wins, he wins quite a lot of money. So
the only time that a West Ham Newcastle game could be interesting.
So I think he's actually, I suspect he's watching that game rather than practice, because it must, well, maybe.
That probably assumes why he's not been on the track yet as well.
Oh dear. Right,
in his pet box.
Zwadema, we've kind of missed, sorry for that slight not sponsored message, but Miss Zwadema put a really good lap in against Robert. 21.2. That is very quick. I'm expecting to see a lot of guys go quicker though, as Macca makes it a 1-2 as we speak.
Yeah, so McLaren's looking strong already.
Now what can Adri do? Adri can go... he's going again on the supers. We've got yellows in sector 3. Fazale.
Yeah. If you're just saying Adri just at a 22-0, but it was invalid.
Yes.
We'll see if he can go again by the looks of things.
It's very hard to follow the action because I think everyone again is now just gone through the second cycle of laps.
Yeah, and then they'll just be sitting waiting for the end of the session because otherwise they're just wasting time.
Yeah, so very interesting. Robert with a very good lap, and I know how Robert is. He will be very.
Everyone's just jumped 10th as well, 22.6.
No, that's a good lap from Ibo.
Yeah.
Is there anyone else? James might be having another. No. Would Adri be having another pop? No.
No, Adri's pulling into the pits.
So LFC is finally out, as is Bag of Bones.
Yeah, B Morgan having out as well.
B Morgan will be very keen to improve on that time.
Yeah, I could see him challenging for some point in the top 5 if he gets a good lap together.
Do you reckon anyone is going to... DRS is broke, Bag of Bones. That's not good.
Yeah, not really much you can do about that, mate. It's just got to try and put in the best lap you can in spite of it.
I think if you pit, it fixes though.
No, it's done by a timer. It's like 10 minutes or something.
No way.
The timer that it doesn't tell you as well.
Will anyone get into the 20s?
I could think how close Fusil got, and he's half a tenth away from it. And we've still got the fastest runner off the track to go.
Yeah, I think that might be the case. I wonder if Adri's going to abandon his super soft strategy along with Carcannon, because it's a bit daunting now.
I'm not sure, because I don't know if they were like spirited laps that they put in. Car Canners doesn't seem to be. Saying it's 2 seconds, like 1.5, 2 seconds slower than Adra's lap.
We've got Jabbo on the super softs, which is not a bad place to be in 5th. But that's, as B Morgan seemed to take it very well around 11 and 12, which is going to be a big factor in this race. Those corners are deadly.
Too wide, you're going to spin it. If you don't run them enough, you don't run them wide enough, you're easily going to pick up 1, possibly even 2 warnings.
Yeah. B Morgan is really low on hers. He's going to be trundling over the line. What's it going to be? 21.7.
21.7. Good lap. And we've also got Ibble saying he's never done a 122 before. So, well done, Ibble.
Well done, Ibo. Good one. That is a good one. Hopefully you can have quite a strong race. So, Gazelles on his out lap. We've got Bag of Bones just going on a lap. Jabbo's finishing up.
Yeah, James isn't far off starting. The lap is halfway through his out lap now.
Ooh, Jabbo not with the cleanest second last corner. Good exit onto the last. He's going to be in the 20s. Yes.
20.9. It's first. I'm guessing he's not going to be the last there though.
No, I think there'll be people that will go quicker here.
I feel like it's going to be close between top sort of group, but I don't think I'll be able to call it as. Jabbo seems happy with his lap though.
Yeah. As James is going to get ready to go. What can Macca do? Macca's on his out lap.
I've also got Ash who's going down turn 2 on his lap now. Having to pass some cars that aren't on laps, so hopefully they didn't hold him up at all.
B Morgan's called it a draw.
James has as well.
Disappointing from James. He won't. I almost feel like James is probably going to want to get knocked out of the top 10 there.
Don't see any situation where anyone would want to start 10th.
No.
Because you've got someone behind you with fresh tyres. It's just never a good situation to be in.
Ash is, I think he's not that comfortable around here by the looks of it. But,
and there's Heated finally joining.
what can Zubadema do? Looks very smooth.
We've got Ash just coming up to the last corner now. And he's making the whole run out with the last corner with no ear rest. So, not still sitting at a 22.3. Decent lap from Ash.
That was a lot better than I thought it might have been. It looked a bit. I definitely think he'll probably be a bit disappointed. He could have done a bit more. But we've got yellows everywhere, it seems. People obviously moving out of the way over time.
People moving out of the way and people retiring probably.
Zubadema.
Good. They're just approaching the end of the lap.
Looks good. That it does look good. A bit of a lock up. But I like how wide he goes through the last corner and sweeps it back in. This could be very quick. Yeah.
20.7, that's properly quick.
That's really quick.
That's starting to get to, I'd say, possibly top half of Q2 times, if you're lucky. But then it's just one race, so you can't really tell much from space on one track.
Ooh, as I think Macca might have just... Oh, I don't know. Very tight as to whether he just cut corner 12.
That's got Fuse out from on the second last corner. And pulling into the pits. Fuse didn't think he could go any faster there.
Robert set a banker and never improved on it.
Yeah.
What can Macca do?
Last car.
It's going to be quicker.
As well.
Ooh, just...
9.
Oh, it's invalid. I think he cut corner 12 ever so slightly, but it didn't actually... I don't think it would have cost him anything. Maybe like one place.
If he had set that lap, it was exactly the same time as Fusile had set.
So
I believe. It was all that. It was all a 977 or a 997. So I doubt it would have made any difference.
lost in turn 1, annoyed, done 21.7 in practice. That's James in the chat.
Yes. Unlucky. These things happen though. He'll just be looking, get his head down in the race and make the most of it.
Yeah, I see. So a Dutchman
Then,
on pole, which is nice to see. Unlucky car cannon, it's not you.
Yeah, and even though James is saying that he is annoyed at his qualifying, he's still starting 11th, which is never a bad position to be in.
Yeah, no, very true. And yeah, no, some good results. Jabbo with a second. So 3 people did actually break into the 20s, which was rounded up with Fazale. Maka would have been there. It was a very unlucky cut.
But Adri's not happy with his performance.
Horrendous. Yeah, I don't know. You wouldn't have put money on Adri being that far down, I don't think. So yeah.
But then I'm guessing Adri will manage to come back short in the race though. He's got the pace to pull it off, so.
So we're going to have 2 nuisances in some ways at the back of the grid. Easton, and Heated.
Yeah.
Welcome nuisances, of course, but they're going to be, I think they're probably going to be quicker than the back markers, so they're going to...
If they can make it work with their default setups.
Yeah, true. I think the biggest problem I have with default setups is the brake pressure normally.
Yeah, because you have to brake ages before you... Because you just have about 70%.
Yeah, but I don't think that's a problem around here as much as other tracks. Like if it was like Bahrain or like somewhere with really steep stopping areas constantly, or Monza or something. But you kind of want to, you don't mind braking a bit earlier and carrying a bit of speed through some of the, because the chicanes aren't proper chicanes, are they? They're almost like flowing.
Yeah, a lot of the corners here is just groups of flowing corners more than distinct corners.
Hmm.
You can easily carry your momentum from one corner into the next around here.
So, what's your prediction for the top 3?
I'm going to predict that Zudema comes first. I'm going to say Marka for second and Jabo for third.
Okay. I'm going to say it's Zudema first, Maka second, and Robert second, Maka third.
Could see that happening. Depends on how, if the front back can pull away at all.
I think penalties will be interesting around here because
it's quite easy to pick them up.
Yeah. Bag of bones though, probably been a bit overlooked. 7th place on the super softs.
Yeah. Without having DRS as well in qualifying. So
yeah. Oh, actually, that's a really good shout. So maybe he's been overlooked.
Could have been a position or 2 higher.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think it.
Just have to see what happens, don't we? Can't
Yeah.
tell.
Absolutely. I'd be interested to see if anyone, because like we said about the strategies, it's ultra supers or ultra softs or super soft softs. There's 3 ways to skin it, I think, here.
Or you go super soft this year, not all that comfortable in your time.
Yeah.
Still a fast strategy, but I don't think there is actually a slow strategy here.
No, agreed. So, first ever race in LOE in Division 3.
Right.
And we've got lights out. Let's go. Jabbo what can he do into T1? Not a lot. It's always the McLaren's coming.
Fired already.
And there's
Robert's
chaos.
From 6 to yeah, that's Macca's out. Or not out, but really far back.
I think it. Wow. I couldn't really follow much in there. There seems to be a lot of chaos. Ash with a 5-go stop. Oh, Ash is out.
No, what happened to Ash?
I've no idea. Ryan Kai seemed to be affected as well, as he went down quite a few places. As Robert goes up to second, Zwadema is the big loser. Maybe Zwadema got a bit of contact with Ash. I didn't see. Oh, as Ryan Kai goes round and is now 16th. Ryan Kai has retired from the session. Yeah, obviously didn't get the memo that top 12 get points.
The front four have already pulled 3 seconds because of all of that chaos.
Absolutely mad. Big shout out to Heated, who's now finding himself in 9th place with the default setup. Macca, the biggest loser.
Great start from him. Also shout out to Robert, making it from 6th to 2nd and all that.
Yeah. Yeah, crazy as James is now battling it out with Bag of Bones as he lets him back through. Or maybe there was a bit of contact that James wasn't too comfortable with going into the last corners. So Mr. Wooter Pits, Macca Pits. Don't think you can get. I don't know. Can you get? I doubt you can get the softs all the way. Oh,
possibly, but I don't think you'll be able to push very hard if you were trying to get softs all the way.
It's Heated went into the back of Adri purely because of the brake pressure. I don't think he's used to it. But we've got a good little battle here from 2nd to 4th.
Yeah, Javel's already filling a fair gap, saying he's only on what 8. And I don't think there's been any incidents involving those front packs, so good pace showing from Javel.
I know Ash was quite far because B Morgan really lets it loose over the curve in T12. Quite keen. I'm going to follow T12 a little bit just for a sec, just make his Ghost Recon goes wide. But B Morgan right on the back of these two now.
So couldn't get 3 cars closer if you tried.
I really thought that Macca had snapped his wing off.
As Morgan's got a fine penalty.
Oh, that's very early. Rick's out of Division 1. Not a good start for him, just as a bit of a side. Robert's keeping the gap.
Yeah, but Javel's continuing to go away.
Yeah. Fuzz has got Bag of Bones for company, which is probably not that comfortable. Bag of Bones is still in this. He needs to get past Fuzz very quickly.
I don't even know if he would when he's on the harder tyres. If he can just outlast them even, it could just work.
I think he'll want to be getting onto the back of the other guys though, but he makes a mistake and James really...
Yeah. Not really a place you want to run side by side either.
No, and very well played by Bag of Bones as he backed out. But then that causes him perhaps more strife because he's got Adri.
Adri right around him, and Adri quite an aggressive overtake.
Yes, indeed. Lots of action in the midfield. We've got Istin and Heated are the two guys that started on
started with no setup, and they're in the top 10, both of them.
As James gets
James just up past Fuzz.
James loves this track, and he's also.
I've got Zudem and Robert. We're going side by side. Zudem has got past them again.
Macca with 3 seconds. That's not good to see. This Bag of Bones gets round.
Well, and Fuzz almost getting spun off of Adri.
Well, the teammates are going to be. Adri's.
I think one of them hit.
And Fuzz is gone.
And there goes Fuzz.
He lost it on the just on the exit, caught the grass. I just caught it, and yeah, that elevates Car Cannon now into the points, because bear in mind, obviously, we've got a 12 place point system. So there's still a lot to go for guys like Mr. Wooter and Maka.
Even Maka, yeah. Even though he has a fair distance back. He's about, let's say, about 50 seconds off of the points.
I wonder if Robert is causing Zwadema a headache, and that's why Jabo's pulling a lead, because I know Zwadema is quick.
I'm not entirely sure, because Jabo's got pace as well.
Yeah.
Can't just count the fact that it's just because the battle, Robert and Zwadema's battle doesn't seem to be that tough. It just seems to be when one of them can get past, they go for it. If not, they're not pushing.
Yeah.
For an overtake.
Always Robert goes very wide, and that's going to bring Morgan right back into the hunt. Again, he's also on these super softs. I don't think necessarily he's favourite to win, because Jabo is pulling such a good gap. I know Morgan, Morgan's on the ultras.
He's on ultras.
But yeah, no, James and Bag of Bones are on the softs, so that's interesting.
James is slowly closing them in as well. Actually, not that slowly. Gained 2 attempts in the time that I said that sentence.
Oh, it's B Morgan. I thought it might happen. He does save the car, but he did lose it. He did lose it on T12, and he's going to be now down, I think, Easton. Well, Easton isn't going to get past him.
Not yet, anyway. He might end up pulling into the pits, because that will put quite a bit of wear into his tyres.
Well, this is it. I'm very surprised, actually, to see... I'm very surprised that Morgan didn't do it earlier, because I followed him once over it and it looked really sketchy. It's not a corner.
Yes, and just gone straight past him before. Oh no, he's went straight past turn 1 as well.
Ooh, I just caught Easton.
Yeah, trying to outbrake D Morgan and just get brake himself at the same time.
So I can running behind LFC. We won't mind that, he is on the slower tyre. Gaps have formed a bit now. Car Cannon is probably favourite to get past LFC. He looks to be a little bit uncomfortable around here. I know it's not his favourite track.
Yeah, and even if Car Cannon doesn't get past LFC, it's not a terrible position for him to be in.
True, and the thing is with Car Cannon obviously running no ABS, it's very difficult for him to confidently... Oh, is LFC making a bit of a meal of the...
He's just inventing his new racing lines.
But to be fair, it didn't seem to cost him tons of time as well, so...
No.
Yeah, this is the closest battle really. Bag of Bones is also catching up to the back of James.
Yes, and Morgan are still battling.
Easton's gonna...
going for a move on Morgan now. On the field, missed the corner again.
He gets it done there.
No,
Ooh, it's quite funny because it wasn't the greatest exit, but it compromised B Morgan.
Yeah, and with then having the DRS, it wasn't that terrible for him.
Yeah. Car Cannon, I think Car Cannon's running higher wing than LFC, but he's also not using any of his errs.
Then neither is LFC. LFC's lower on errors, but he's not really using any either.
Ibo's catching up to the back of Ghost Recon. It's quite nice. I think Ibo's got a dance partner perhaps in Ghost Recon.
It'd be nice to see someone that Ibo could have a proper rivalry with throughout the whole season.
Yeah, as he going up the inside here of Ghost Recon, he gets on the grass and thinks twice about it, but I'm enjoying this. Is a battle for a point as well, which is lovely to see as well. But he's lost a bit of time, but we'll go back to that at some point.
And Roberts filled into the bits.
Very early. Oh, he's got a wing.
Wing now.
That's really going to affect him. James now really in a very good position.
Yeah, he is. Let's not forget the two cars that he's dragging along with him in Vagabond's Factory.
Yeah, as we got yellows in Sector 3. Mr. Wooter, I think, may have had an incident because Mac has got past him.
We're just trying to see because it was just Macca. I thought it was unlit as well. I thought it might have been unletting black car back past or something like that, but no.
Bag of Bones will be. The thing is with James, Bag of Bones, and Adri right now is that they're in a position where if they battle, they're going to hurt each. They're going to hurt all three of their chances for a podium. And as I say that, James defending very, very well against Bag of Bones, but these guys need to really think about pushing.
Yeah, I can see Adri doing the best out of those three just due to the fact that he's got a bit more experience than him at running towards the front. So he'll know just not to battle quite as hard.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely agree. That Jabbo pits.
Side by side through turn one.
Ooh.
Yeah, so out of the people that were leading, it's only Zadema that's still yet to pit. I'd assume he'll be coming in early this lap or next lap.
I think James is going to struggle. Adri!
Adri and Bones just came together.
Oh no!
And
Bones has just caught heated. Oh no.
That's a disaster for those three.
Oh, watch out guys as he come through. Do you know what? I was about to say I don't think James is in a good position. Heated finds himself in third, unbelievably, with a broken wing.
But he has to change. Yeah, he has to change his wing though.
But do you know what? It's not the end of the world in some senses. At least he's got the super softs on, because now he can stick the softs on and go to the end. If he had the softs on, this would have been absolutely horrendous.
Yeah, but the only problem is now it's shortened that first stint. It could have been a few laps longer if he hadn't had that happen. True.
Very true. This really plays into James as Udema now pits as well. Where's he going to come in relation?
Played amazingly for James.
I wonder if Jabbo has been really... I don't think he has, but he could have easily got badly affected there. I think Udema might have had
He could have with the yellow flags and everyone's stacking up.
Where's Udema coming out? He's going to come out...
It's turn 6.
Oh, yeah. So...
The undercuts definitely worked for Jabbo to defend his position.
Now, LFC all of a sudden... If he can keep his head here, he's in a brilliant position. Out of nowhere.
Just keep his cool and not go all in for a position that he might not be able to reach. You should end up with a good finish here.
It's really difficult to know who's in a good place. I think Robert is as well, potentially, even with the wing change.
Yeah, he's only 3 seconds behind Zadela, and he's battling with Goshrifan.
Just needs to get round him. Ooh, as Ghost was really defending hard. And that's brought Ibo.
Those 9-lap-old tyres just couldn't hold off Robert.
Carcannon and LFC are almost like... I haven't seen them much about them. Obviously, Carcannon's got past LFC at some point, but they're almost working together.
Yeah, I was just thinking, they're sort of driving more like teammates than opponents.
It's definitely not the worst idea. Struggling to know... I need to see the stops. Istin hasn't stopped, so he's pretty down in some senses. He'll probably come out in about 5th or 6th.
James hasn't stopped either, but he's... I mean, this hasn't stopped, but he's also started on the softs.
Yeah.
So he's still in a decent position. James is still in a good position, saying he's not stopped, but he's still 12 seconds up the road from Jabo.
So Istin really, it's within his interest to keep Jabo behind, but
I'm not real sure he has much of a choice on whether Jabo gets ahead of him or not.
And as you say that,
Just Jabo's on 8 laps fresher tyres. There's not really much Istin could do about that.
no, absolutely not.
He probably just thought if he just lets him through, he'll be able to keep more speed.
As Ibo is staying out, Ghost Recon has pit. Is Ghost going for a 2-stop? I think Ghost is going for a 2-stop, so because he's got the red wall tyres. Unless
just thinking, I think something possible might have happened to LFC because he's now 4 seconds behind Car Cannon.
he might just be struggling with the tyres, as James does now pit.
Yeah, LFC's pitting as well.
Yeah, he's obviously felt affected. It's a very dodgy pit entrance, as he loses a bit of time, but probably only about a second. Probably the wiser thing to do.
Because James has ended up in quite a good position. He's came out in 4th. The only car ahead of him that's pitted is Jabo.
Yeah.
He's battling with Zedema, but he's on fresher tyres as well.
Now, and again, I think Bag of Bones is going for a 2-stop. There's a lot of 2-stops out here. This is interesting.
A lot, you mean 2.
Well, 2 more than I thought.
Yeah, it's 2 more than I'd have guessed that, but still not really a lot.
Yeah, maybe a lot's a slight exaggeration, to be fair, but yeah, I can't believe that didn't ghost as well. Mike,
After that, I could have, possibly even should have brought out a safety car. It's quite a big crash.
yeah, I mean,
That was a tight part of the track as well.
the poor Renaults, they seem to be looking on for a fantastic race, both of them. And I don't know what happened with Adri. I saw Fuzz unfortunately lose his car, but as for Damo, he's closing in on James. But James doing well because although he's on the fresher tyres, they take a while to warm up. So
Yeah. That is really the only, that's the only cars we have within 2 seconds of each other on track as well. So,
as we've got yellows in sector 3, as LFC has crashed. Oh, it's a 10-second time penalty for exceeding track limits. We'll have a look at that as we caught it on.
it just went into the wall.
What's gone on there? Is his wing okay? His wing's fine.
His
so
wing's fine. He went sight. Oh, he banged into the wall with his wheels, so it wasn't very hard either. Guess that would probably tend to it when he was rejoining the track.
yeah, I think we'll look at that. We'll definitely look at that 10-second pen because, yeah, I don't think that was warranted from what I saw. But
Yeah. There's no point in giving up yet. It's still possible for him to grab some points.
yeah, definitely. There's Jabo with a 3-second penalty. Okay, I mean,
But then this penalties could decide it if people keep getting penalties at this rate.
it's a big ask, but. Ooh, it's Ghost Recon with a 3 seconds. See, there we go. I mean, it's just another example. He's the guy ahead of LFC.
No, I'm sure James is hoping that Jabo picks up a couple more penalties. Because even though they're teammates, James will still want to beat him.
Yeah. James and Zwadema could really. There's a bit of the only side plot left really in some sense. Maka gets another 3 seconds. Is that Robert could potentially play his way into this if James and Zvedema really start battling, and the Force Indias are on for quite a result.
Traffic as well.
Yes, as LFC is.
And LC's out.
Yeah.
And if he's crashed, if he's pulled into the pits. It looks like he's possibly pulled into the pits. I'm not sure though.
Don't think he really.
He retired in the pits.
Not a big fan of this track, I don't think. As Robert gets overtaken and then has Heated also get round him, so I'm not sure what happened there. As James gets past Carcannon, which is crucial actually.
Yeah, could get some buffer to Zvedema.
One thing I know about Carcannon is that he's not a proud guy. He's on 2 here on his ERS.
So there's no point in him battling hard here.
Yeah.
From 14 lapful tyres fighting against the leaders, he should just... He'll probably end up letting Zvedema go on the short straight that's just coming up ahead.
Yeah, I think one of his big strengths tends to be his ability to know where he is on track, so to speak. He's defending. Okay, I don't mind him defending there because
I'm not sure if he was defending or if it was just the fact that Zvedema tried to go on the outside on the corner before.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, and he doesn't, like you say, he doesn't give up much in the way of defence.
That's still giving James a nice 2-second gap.
So who else are we going to jinx? Because we were lauding the Renaults, we were lauding the Force Indias, and then Roberts had a bit of an issue. I suppose it's down to the Mercedes now, isn't it, really?
Yeah, I was going to say, can I jinx Jabo just so the race gets more interesting?
As Carcannon does finally pit, and I think that will put him into 9th.
That'll put him around where Bagbones is, but he's still got to make an eye pit stop, so...
Yeah, this is true. Ibo is on for a cracker in 11th, who also is doing a 2-stop.
Yeah, as he's catching up to Mr. Luther. Oh, that's a great name.
Sounds like a Bond villain. Go on, Ibo. Ibo now, on the inside. He needs to do this. He needs to get round a guy on the 1-stop. He does.
Come on, Ibo.
Make it stick. He doesn't. Oh, it doesn't make it stick. Oh, he didn't lose that much, but...
Could lose out the position to go recon though. Because he's going to have small bits of grass in his tyre for a bit longer.
Yeah. Ghost Recon also is going to struggle to 1-stop, so this is quite an organic battle for 11th.
Yeah, I've got Morgan and Heated are having a battle for 5th. 2 Ferraris.
Yeah, quite a good little scrap this.
Justin's finally pitted as well.
Yeah, it's good. Is it now?
For his supers. So I believe that's everyone done their first stop now. Yeah.
So Eston's going to come out. Oh, Ghost Recon is out.
Ghost Recon's out.
So Macca.
Macca's inherited a points playing position now.
Oh, as
no action of his own.
Yeah, as Heated just did a huge bomb on Morgan. It didn't pay off, and for his pleasure, he now has Robert stuck on the back of him.
I also got Zvedema starting to reel James on again.
Yeah. Unlucky Ghost. I don't know what happened, but I was looking forward to seeing that battle. Oh, Robert has just gone. He's playing dirt.
Robert's past someone, usually you should stay on the track.
he's playing Dirt Rally 2 rather than F1. He's cutting it fine around some of these corners. Yeah, Ghost said he lost it around the chicane. I was really looking forward to seeing that battle with Ibbo. It looked quite clean, it looked really fun as well, so that's a shame, but Ibbo's...
Yeah, but I can hold on for the rest of the season.
I tell you what battle we do have at the back is actually Ibbo versus Macca, because Ibbo's going to have to stop again.
Yeah, it's about what, 20-25 seconds stop.
Yeah, so as Robert does get round heated and gets, he's drew a little bit of a gap, so Heated's not going to be able to try and give it back. And it's a nice little train here. So we've got Robert, Heated, and Bag of Bones. As Ibbo now goes up to 10th. He needs to put his foot on the gas now.
Yeah, because otherwise that 2 stops just going to make him drop positions if he doesn't have to. As Wooster's gone into the pits for a lane change. Not sure what happened to him.
I'm hoping Robert, Heated, and Bag of Bones. I know.
Mark goes up to 11th now. Just expecting I can just see Jabo in the background.
He will not want to get lapped by Jabo, but I feel like it's inevitable, sadly.
Yeah, not really much that can be done to stop Jabo by the looks of things.
Now that might play into Ibbo's hands. If not, Macca's going to have to start getting out the way of people.
Yeah, whereas Ibbo's still a fair distance up the road from him.
And there's Bag of Bones.
Bag of Bones was fed as well.
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah, he's on that 2 stop.
So now the only person yet to pet is Ibbo.
As B Morgan gets a time pin, I don't think I've seen. I know Robert did get a time pin when he did the cross country effort. So, but I haven't seen too many pens. I haven't seen too many repeat offenders. I'm pretty sure all of the top 5 have 1 pen, but that's a complete guess.
I think they all have at least 1. I'm not sure if anyone has 2.
One hope I have for the 2019 game is that they put on the detail option like penalties. That would be bloody handy.
Yeah, so you don't have to go into the race director.
Yeah.
And then look through the mess of words.
Well, the funny thing is, someone actually did. I saw someone do this the other day, and you can do it via going on the name of the person, which is a bit more efficient.
Yeah, the thing you've got to click on each individual person and back out of their menu.
Yeah, I know.
It takes the same amount of time, actually.
Yeah, I mean, if you're only focusing on 1 or 2, then it's fine. But like you say, this is all quite. I mean, Jabo's gonna. You would think, unless something mad happens, Jabo's gonna win this quite comfortably. You would think the top 3 is a bit.
Yeah, I don't know, something might happen like with J. Cole last season.
Oh, as Robert gets...
introduce himself to a back marker.
Yeah, you never know. Robert getting round Morgan, as does Heated. Ooh.
Possibly.
Not the best driving there from Heated as this did.
No.
If you're gonna...
I wanted to make quick work of these 2.
Oh, as Heated takes another corner. Ooh, oh my life. This is... Oh.
I don't think I'd want to be in Heated's position there.
No.
But between a rock and a hard place, well and truly.
This is really tough because... Oh, resisting now. Oh, give him the room. Heated. This thing goes on the inside, but this is a hard corner to get it done. Wow, well done. About as clean as you can make it as well.
That's what I'd like to find out is I think YHYY is inviting us to the D2 race.
He is. He's an impatient man.
Half signal they're starting, isn't it? Meant to be, anyway.
Yeah, if anyone's listening in D2 and you haven't added YHYY, please do that. Go on the D2 Discord and just check his name. His bag of bones. Oh, Macca. Macca's span it around turn 12.
So it looks like we're not getting a battle between him and Ebel then.
Maybe we're not. And I think there might be some wing damage there.
Yeah, I think he's lost his whole one. Yeah.
Ah.
It looks like Ebel could end up finishing 10th, but after a stop he can be a bit quicker than Mr. Luther is.
Hmm.
I'm guessing he... But I'm just saying, what tyres did Ebel start on?
I don't know. The supers. Macca,
Yeah, so I'd assume he's going on to another set of ultras.
Macca, the 90% rule is in play. Just so you know, please don't retire. You never quite know as well. You never quite know because...
Yeah, but for all you know, the rest of the field could all disconnect or crash.
Always B. Morgan, again, you know, looking very twitchy. I think he's using quite high diff around some of these corners, but I think we need to show a bit more love to Zvedema and James as well, because this is a huge battle. And James is defending.
Second.
He's really defending for his life. As Robbie gets another 3-second time penalty, which actually could be very important in the end, because that could drop him as much as...
Yeah.
Well,
drop him 2 or 3 positions possibly.
Yeah. The car cannon isn't that far behind either, actually.
No, he's not. Doing quite well to keep himself in the mix.
How long has Ibbo been on these tyres?
10 laps.
Ibbo. Oh, has Robert had a bit of an incident? I think Robert might have.
Yeah. It'd be good if you also had a display showing if people had damage.
Yeah, no, agreed.
The camera angles are terrible.
Oh, so Damo getting really close onto the back of James now. I tell you what, whoever's in 4th, you don't count your podium out just yet, because these two have been exceptionally clean, but...
You never know what's going to happen when they start to get desperate at the end.
Yeah.
Both of them will know that second's up for grabs.
Definitely. And Istin's going to be, you would think Istin's going to be closing to a degree. He's not going to close anywhere near enough to challenge.
Well, he could possibly close even up to about 10 seconds if he's lucky. Just due to the fact that those two are battling ahead of him.
Yeah.
And he's got a second gap behind them.
Well, Zvedema on the inside does get it done. But I don't think he's running... I think he's running higher wings than James. So let's see.
Yeah, and there's
oh,
also
James! James, no! A horrible bomb.
It's a horrible place to go for a move as well.
It was so far back.
Just here.
It was so far back, and this is it. Zvedema's not going to be happy with that, and I don't blame him. But yeah, James is definitely running lower wing.
Yeah, I don't blame Zvedema if he's a bit annoyed at that, because it's a pretty stupid that. I'm guessing he's a bit annoyed because he just tried to do the same thing back and just missed the corner.
Yeah, I think he's... Yeah, oh, that's not ideal, but you can get the frustration.
Yeah. Got a couple of day bombs then.
As Macca sets the fastest lap, Ibbo has pitted.
He's got like almost no hours, so...
I tell you what, Ibbo, but he's 5 seconds behind Mr. Wooter, and he's on the ultras. It's not over.
No, it's definitely not over from. Unless he keeps going on the grass like he did just now.
It's Robert now having a really good look at B. Morgan. I don't know whether that was desync or Robert just decided to back out as Mr. Wooter gets a 3-second pen.
Gonna play well into Ibo's hand back. Because I believe he already had one, didn't he?
Hmm. There's not, I mean, there's a lot going on. As Mackie gets another 3
Just got another
seconds.
penalty. Not that it really matters for Maka, he's just going on a nice Sunday drive.
Bag of bones with a pen, but he's got a car cannon. Oh no, sorry,
It won't
apologies.
drop him any positions, so.
Robert looks really quick. I've followed him quite a bit, but he's just prone to making a really big error around one corner a lap, it seems.
I don't even know if I'd go as far as saying that he's really quick. He's been quick on some laps, but other laps he's been pretty slow compared to the people he's racing.
Yeah. So Adama is really... Oh, he's got the bit between his teeth. He is not a happy man.
Yeah, I just hope that they can... that if he's going to go for a move on James, he can get around him cleanly.
Yeah, definitely.
It'd be a shame to ruin the race at this point due to what was a stupid mistake from James going for that move.
Oh, Morgan just looks so uneasy over that curb. I suppose respect to him for taking it consistently. Like, I mean, he did crash, I suppose, but I'm amazed he's got round.
But he's still sitting in fifth.
Yeah, I'm amazed. I'm genuinely amazed he's got round.
And Sedema's back within half a second of James.
So this is still on as we've got Ibo. Robert with
Definitely
a 3.
catching up. Everyone's definitely catching.
Can you just look at James and Zvedema's pens and Ibo's and Wutu's?
Yeah, okay. James has 1 penalty and 1 warning. Zvedema has 1 warning.
Oh wow, so Zvedema is ahead.
Yeah, let's see what about Ibo and Wutu as well.
Yeah.
Wutu has a penalty and Ibo doesn't have a single warning.
Wow. As Zvedema...
Somehow, even though he's been exploring the infield at times.
Keep it on the track here, Ibo. Don't be going on the grass letting people through.
That's his old habits, they're hard to track.
Zvedema had a look around the outside but locked up. Shout out to both these guys. I think both of them use no ABS as well, so for them to keep it this clean.
Yeah.
As Heated gets past Robert, goes on the inside onto the third last corner. Robert does very well. It's very easy to lose your wing around that second last corner if someone gets by you. It's
Very
Zvedema.
easy to lose your wing on that second last corner just trying to stick behind someone. So Cartharin's looking like he's going to pass Robert here as well.
2 abreast here. As James with probably one of the moves. Oh, he just can't get it. Oh, he can in a way. Oh no! Keep it clean, keep it clean. They're both as bad as each other. They're knocking.
A few centimetres away from the wall. Martha commenting on how good the fight is. Focus on the race, Martha. You're still driving.
He is, and he is still driving as well. He's not ghosted. Oh dear. Well, to be fair, he's a long way from Kansas. So, as Zvedema around the outside, he loves trying it there, but every time it doesn't work, and every time it costs him time.
He's probably trying to go for a cutback, but James is just keeping it in a position where he can't pull it off. Martha multitasking, it's your funeral if you crash and don't get any points.
Oh, as Car Cannon runs really wide after just catching on to the back of this group. But we're going to have to... Eventually we're going to have to really go to Jabbo because we need to watch the first ever winner. As Zvedema again ran the outside. James again with a late break. I think that was okay, but both... I mean, Zvedema is... Let's not forget, Zvedema is net second. This is all for This is all for not a lot.
That's just bragging rights.
But he's cut. I've just seen 2 corners there where very easily could have got a warning. Very easily. So the wisdom in this, I'm failing to see.
Yeah, well, he did just get a warning. So
He just needs to calm down.
Calm himself down. He's going to end up losing second.
Ooh, that was tight as well.
Yeah, he's got Javel's just started the last lap.
And so Damon loves going around the outside again, and again, it doesn't work.
No. He thought he'd just try something else by now.
Just
It's
keep.
been about 5 laps in a row doing the same thing.
If he can keep tight. The worst thing is that I feel like I think he might have got past there once before, and James is running lower wing and got past him on the DRS. So,
I mean, if he can pull it off on this lap, then it might work. Any other situation, I don't see it working out.
no, agreed.
Javel's just coming up to the faster chain now.
Bag of Bones. Bag of Bones is now up the inside of Car Cannon.
Okay.
So Damon, I mean, obviously, I don't think he can know what James's pen situation is, because
You can, but it's asking the mechanic and he's not very reliable.
yeah, this is it.
Yeah,
Ooh.
but Javel going in the second last corner now.
Did he lose it?
With yellow flags in sector 3. No? There's a car, it's Maka.
But Mac had just.
I think Maka was so nervous he could get lapped and finish it, so he'd mistimed it.
Yeah, but.
And he doesn't have enough fuel to finish.
Oh no! Well played, Jabbo. A fantastic result.
Yeah, well done. I've got to see battle for second going right down to the wire. Even though I believe Zudema still hasn't picked up a penalty, so he should finish second.
Yes.
Even so, good finish for all 3 on the podium.
Yeah, very well done. Very well done.
Bag of Bones has ended up 5th. Got ahead of the 2 Ferraris from penalties.
Yeah, so congratulations to podium guys.
Everyone made it 10th by half a second.
Very well done, Ivo.
And now we wait on Mako.
Indeed. Indeed. Driver of the day there for me. Well, other than Jabbo.
I'd say you can't look past. I'd say you can't really look past Jabbo, in my opinion.
Okay.
Like 30 seconds.
I think Jabbo has to be.
Discounting him, I'd say yes then.
Yes, no, that's what I was going to say, if I'm honest. That was exactly who I was going to mention.
Coming from the back with a default setup, come 4th.
Yeah, 13 places up the grid. So, madness.
Stop being salty.
Madness. Driver day. The Ferrari who took me out. Yeah, what a battle for T2. That was a cracking battle, and James with one bad move really, we can't really give him too much criticism because they both kept it really clean. I know Zwadema got probably a bit annoyed, but that's a really, really, really good battle. And I think Zwadema and Jabbo could be the story, along with Adri.
Yeah.
And along with Fuzz of this season, and I think B Morgan and Heated probably can't be counted out, and Estin and James of course, but yeah, this is.
I think you just named about half the field there.
Yeah, but this is it. It's a close field. Maka just doesn't have the consistency, but has the pace, so he'll throw his hat into the ring on certain races. Yeah, no, definitely. It definitely does. But yeah. Agreed. Agreed. I've got to go, as do you. So yeah, let's go on to D2. Thanks guys, and congrats Jabbo.